How about that? A 50 burger. A 50 burger with everything on it. Onions, lettuce, tomatoes, bacon, maybe an egg on it if you're that type. I don't know. But a 50 what was the score? I don't even remember, but we put up 50 against Denver. They said that was supposed to be an elite defense, a ferocious defense. No, it wasn't. Too fucking easy. That's what it was today. Oh, and this guy right here, Mr. Pug Peterson. What a game. What a game he called, utilizing his tight ends. Alshon Jeffrey with 2 touchdowns. And how about that offensive line? They lose Jason Peters? Oh, no sweat. EDP is freaking celebrating right now. He's loving it. Philly 500 is here. I'm Adrian Fedke. Let's get into this game.
Right there. Right there. The best team in the National Football League. Who wants to challenge me now? Let's go bring on that stinking Cowboys. Bring them on. This is the best team. I don't know if I've seen a team this balanced in a long time. All right, this team has got me flipping out. And here's a statistic I want you to think about. Right? Out of all the players that have ever come through National Football League, only 3 players in the history have won an MVP in their second year. Dan Marino, who else? Jim Brown, and my man Kurt Warner. Those are the names of the company. Your boy, my boy, everybody's boy, Ginger Jesus, Carson Wentz is part of now because he's headed for an MVP season. This was unbelievable. This was an unbelievable beating of the best defense, supposedly, in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what they say. 4 more touchdowns for Ginger Jesus. And the utilization of the tight ends. I said that was key coming in. And, you know, we had the injury to Zach Ertz. But Trey Burton steps up. Brent Selleck steps up. They combined for 80 yards. That's how you attack Denver's defense. But, hey, it didn't really matter. They just attacked them everywhere today. Jay Ajayi, hop aboard. Ajayi trade, baby. Hop aboard the J trade. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, Momos.
46 yards.
Oh, my gosh. It was unbelievable. And I got to say this. This was Doug Peterson's best game plan coming in. I thought the way he used the aggressiveness of Denver's defense to attack against them, okay, especially as we talked about earlier, them using Ajayi as a decoy early on in the game, especially on that first touchdown, right? And the way that they over-pursued and he threw that little screen to Clement. He knew exactly how to go after this defense. Maybe I didn't think about that. Maybe we didn't talk about that enough about him being in Kansas City, playing Denver twice a year, what kind of advantage that played. But I think Doug Peterson coached his best game, had his best game plan that I've seen. This was by far an unbelievable performance by him, by Carson. Then, like you said, to have Jay Ajayi come in and pull off that run. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I'm so hyped. And let me tell you, I'm coming for you, Dallas Cowboy fans. For 2 weeks, I am going to be on you everywhere. Every squirrel you look for, every squirrel you try to sacrifice to the devil, I'm going to be there to bother you and get on your nerves. You can't avoid this. We are coming for the Dallas Cowboys next, and I love it. But this was a great win, a great win. I'm beside myself.
That first touchdown was perfect. The way they used Ajayi as a decoy. So you sucker in Von Miller for a split second enough for Wentz to roll to his right and beautiful throw to Jeffrey for the touchdown. Jeffrey 6 receptions for 80 yards today. I'd say this was probably his best game. I know he had the 8 receptions for like 90-something yards against the Chiefs, but I think this was a better performance, especially going up against that secondary. Going against Talib and Chris Harris. So this was a good game for Jeffrey to have. I mean, did drop a couple balls, but I like that seems like he's getting more and more comfortable now. And last week, you know, I kind of talked about how that one touchdown he had and how he's figuring out Carson Wentz's window of error, because when he does miss inside on those you know, those back shoulder balls, he misses inside. And he figured it out, and today, you know, they're on the mark again. So hopefully that chemistry continues. And by God, dude, this offense is a juggernaut.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And just to add Ajayi to this offense, where you can see, I mean, he's a legitimate guy who can break the big run. And he did it today. And they really lacked that. And to get that now and to have a guy who can do that is such a big deal for the Eagles. And it's only going to help Carson Wentz. It's only going to make his numbers that much better. It's only going to force the defense to play the Eagles a different way, try to stop the run. And it's going to be a problem for the rest of the league. This offense is a big problem for the rest of the league. And let me tell you, if this offensive line plays like this, upcoming next couple weeks and going late into the season, they're going to beat a lot of people because the offensive line I thought was really good. I thought Lane really shut Von Miller down today.
That was a dominant performance by the line. You know, I know we talked about the Ajayi touchdown, but that was all the line. That was no Ajayi. That was the offensive line creating that hole and springing him free for the score. Big V looked pretty good today. You know? And I this is very encouraging. This is very encouraging.
I mean,
Denver. Okay, all right, I like it.
I mean, this was a legitimate defense. This was a legitimate defense, and they shredded them like nothing, like paper. They shredded right through them. And this quarterback continues to impress me every week. Everything he does, he gets better and better. I don't understand how this guy can almost convert every third down and long. He converts. It's like you almost want a third down because you know he's going to convert on it. This is a hell of a team. This is a hell of a team. I don't know what else to say. I just don't know how I'm going to last 2 weeks without Eagles football. This is going to be very hard build-up for us. You know what I mean? Because they're off, and they deserve a bye week. Go get rest. I mean, look, you figure you're going to get rest. You're going to get Darby back. You're going to get Ertz back. Ajayi's going to get more of a workload. Look, everything is set up perfectly for us right now.
Unbelievable, dude. Wow. 50 burger. You know? Jeez. A 50 burger.
My God. That play.
What do you like on your burgers, Billy?
I like hot dog. No. I like ketchup. I like mustard. I like tomatoes and lettuce. I could even have Italian roasted peppers if I'm really feeling it.
Ooh,
I like it all. Put it all on there. You know what I mean? I'm not a mayo fan. No, I don't like mayo.
No mayo?
Not a mayo.
I love bacon. So you pile the bacon on it. I like putting the egg on there too. I don't know if you're an egg guy. I put the egg on there.
I'll try it. I haven't had it, but I'll do it. I'm feeling it.
First time I tried it was a couple years ago. It's called a sundowner. So
this is like I don't know what I'm supposed to not say anymore. Right? They tell you don't talk about the Eagles' schedule in the future. Only worry about this week. Only worry about this. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about what the hell do you want me to say? This is the best team in the National Football League. They're 8-1. They can beat anybody any given week. There's no reason this team can't go to the Super Bowl, can't win a Super Bowl. I don't care if you don't want to hear the words. If you're out there going, don't say that word. I said it because there's nothing else to hold back. Don't hold back. Bring it out. Say it because this is a team. This team's for real. This team is
like what? Month ago we saw this, and they were calling us crazy for throwing out the word.
I don't know what to say. I mean, at what point are you supposed to say we can win the Super Bowl? When they win the Super Bowl, at that point I can say it. I don't want to say it. I'm saying it now. This team, if they can go and get a 1 or 2 seed, they could go to the Super Bowl. There's no question. The big game is the Seattle and the Rams. Those 2 games are going to be a huge moment in this season. And like that Seattle got better. The Eagles got better. The Eagles just destroyed a Denver defense that people respect and know is good. They shredded them. It wasn't Brock Osweiler. He threw picks and he stinks. I mean, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't like we had 2 punt returns for touchdowns and a special teams fumble and pick up for touchdown, and a couple defensive touchdowns. This was all offensive touchdowns. I mean, they shredded them. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was a hell of a game.
That first drive of the second half, they take away half the quarter, and they still score.
I know. It's unbelievable.
And then you had signature Carson Wentz. So we had it twice today. It happened twice. So first you had Alshon with the drop. So what does Wentz like to do? He likes to go immediately back to the guy who dropped the ball. Yeah. So it might have been a 3rd and 10. It was 7. It was like that deep out route. Beautiful catch.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And the other signature Wentz play. You want to knock him down? You want to hit him in the mouth? That's fine. Next play, he's going to throw a touchdown.
I know. That's it. When you knock him down.
Hit him in the mouth. Go ahead. I dare you. He's just going to burn you.
Yeah. You hit him, he's coming to get you up your butt. He's coming to throw a touchdown up your butt. And that's what he did. As soon as he got hurt, I said he's going to go for the end zone. Because every time he gets hit, he comes back and throws a touchdown. It's just, this guy is special, man. This guy is so much better than I thought he was. And I thought he was going to be good. Me and you talked about how good we thought he was in the summer. He's exceeded that by many times over. I mean, I had him 27 touchdowns. He's shredding my prediction for him. And it was a high prediction, I thought. I thought that was a high number. This kid is out of this world right now. And, I mean, the sky's the limit. You know, just let him rest. Let him get healthy. Let him come back. Let's take care of Dallas. And let's make a run for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. That's where my head is.
Yeah.
You know?
So, looking at the statistics, Brock Osweiler, 19-38 for 208 with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Ew. Stinks.
Yeah.
Oh. Fletcher Cox, Vinnie Curry, the entire defensive line. Deep penetration. Deep.
Man, you ain't kidding. I thought Curry played pretty good today. I thought he played. I thought Fletcher Cox obviously played great. You know what I mean? He's great every week, dude. I thought, Joe Walker I don't like. I gotta tell you. I know he got a concussion, but he stinks. But the whole secondary, the defensive line, I mean, they're just playing good football, man. They're dominant, and it doesn't look hard for them. They don't look like this is a fluke anymore. You know what I mean? This doesn't look like they're just playing good. This is a legitimate team that is going to be a problem for the rest of the league this year and many, many, many years to come. Many years.
Will be many years to come if Ajayi pans out and his knees hold up. Because I'll tell you what, the way he was running today, they gave him 8 carries today, I believe it was. They limited his playbook. And we talked about it already a little bit, but we'll get into it more here. The entire first drive, they used him as a decoy.
Yeah.
The whole thing. And it was beautiful. It was perfect. And it's like, if you're going to have him now, because he can go outside and inside. You can run the stretch play stuff with him, and you can run inside. So now all of a sudden, it's really not as predictable as it was when you had that committee. Because when you had the committee, whenever you have LeGarrette Blount in, it's going between the tackles. Whenever you have a guy like Smallwood or Clement in, they were running outside. Well, now with the threat of Ajayi, he can do both.
Yeah, and he can catch. And he can catch out of the backfield. I'd like to use him in like a wheel route against Dallas. I think that would be something that Dallas would not expect. Yeah, I mean, with using him as a decoy early, and you could see how much Denver was like keying on him. Like they thought the Eagles were really going to come out and try to get him going, I guess. I don't know. Because they were way, way overcommitted to him. And the Eagles took advantage of that perfectly. I mean, that was perfect. And then they come back and then they use him later and then he breaks the big run. I mean, you have a legitimate guy who could take a 50, 60-yard run and make it a touchdown. We didn't have that before. You didn't have anybody when Sproles went down, especially, that could touch the ball and literally score that play. That's what this offense misses. And he is that kind of guy. So, I mean, I just can't believe it, man. We're looking at the best team in the National Football League, and it's not hype. And it's not because they play bad schedule, but they literally are the best team. They have good defense. They have the best quarterback in terms of how he's playing right now in the league. No question about it. Now you add a franchise running back who's a game breaker. You better watch out. The league better watch out. I just,
EDP is in the house. He's in the
What
cup.
up, EDP? How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what up? I know he's happy.
Yeah, he better be happy. I'm sure he's happy. This is a hell of a game, man. I love Ajayi. I love the addition. I love this quarterback. We don't seem to lose these games where it's like, you didn't come to play or we're having letdowns. There's no letdowns with this quarterback. You know that. I mean, this guy is full throttle, ready to go every game. I don't know. I don't know who scares me in the NFL right now. Nobody scares me. Maybe Seattle with Russell Wilson. That's about it. Maybe the Rams are up and coming and starting to play better with Watkins and stuff. And maybe if the Falcons got hot. But with Aaron Rodgers out, I would say Seattle's my biggest fear.
Nobody in the NFC scares me if they have to come to Philly. Nobody.
No, dude, this is insane, dude. Let me tell you. And the dingbats are out. They're pissed. They're scared. They're flipping out. They're telling me that I'm an idiot for thinking my team's any good. But we're coming, and I'm going to torture Dallas fans for weeks. For the next 2 weeks, I am going to drive them nuts. I am going to be there when they're looking for them squirrels or whatever they sacrifice to the devil. I'm going to be there to stop them and to bother them. It's going to happen. They're going down.
Oh, I am so dark right now. I can't even see myself. I'm like a shadow.
You're a shadow person.
I'm a shadow person. Yeah.
Get me in the conspiracy. Are you really Adrian? Are you like some clone? Is that a clone?
I'm a clone of a secret agent.
Agent. Well, you're not home, right?
No. I've been hanging out with my friend Jeremy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it's good to watch the game with somebody sometimes. Very cool. Eagles, baby. Eagles.
Dude, I was also very impressed with how the secondary played, especially considering you're going up against Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. Jalen Mills held up really well. Rasul Douglas played pretty damn well. Patrick Robinson too. I mean, I can't say enough about the cornerbacks because coming into the season, I thought this was going to be the big weakness on the roster, and everybody is stepping up at the position. Jalen Mills, second year making a leap. Patrick Robinson. Who would have thought that Patrick Robinson would be playing the way he's playing?
I know. We were ready to run him out of town.
Yeah. Rasul's a rookie. He's a rookie. Yeah.
It's crazy. The only downside is Rasul Douglas needs to practice catching. I've never seen a guy. He's dropped like 4 or 5 interceptions this year. No joke. He drops a lot of interceptions. He should have had one early today. But then, I'm being picky, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, great. The secondary's playing good. Defense playing good. We had some injuries, I think that's the biggest thing right now is get these guys healthy that can come back and play, get some rest, and then come back and make a run. I mean, to me, that's my biggest fear right now is the injuries because right now everything's clicking. Yeah.
You know what? Going back to Ajayi, we talked about the 46-yard run and all that. But that's not the run that I was encouraged about. It's some of the other runs where he was just bowling people over, finishing those runs. So that one run where it was like a 6-yard gain, a normal back's going to make that a 4-yard gain. But the way he's able to churn his legs and drive forward and his balance pad level when he runs, he can get an extra 2 to 3 yards. So to get a 2nd and 4 instead of a 2nd and 6, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing, what going to a team that's actually got a chance does for somebody. I mean, he looks like today he looked like he had that burst that he had last year that people were talking about, whereas he looked like he had that extra giddy up, you know what I mean, that extra step. So you could tell he's very happy about being with the Eagles. And look, I thought that he would get around 6 to 10 touches. I think you said he got 8, right?
Yeah, 8 carries, I think it was.
Yeah, and you know, we can't, like you said before, those plays where they used him as a decoy were big plays. You know what I mean? They don't count as touches, but they made an impact on the game. His impact was felt this game, no doubt.
Yeah.
If
Corey Clement, by the way, 3 touchdowns for him and all, and he's really made some strides the last couple of weeks. And Wendell Smallwood is basically playing himself out of the rotation because he can't pass block. And Corey Clement on the 1 touchdown, the little chip, and then the screen pass. And I'll tell you what, you know, the thing about that call, it's like this is the first time he's actually called it in a while. That 3rd and 10 screen,
right?
So it shows, man, when you become less predictable, shit like that will actually work. Now, because before, I mean, every 3rd and 10 plus, it was a screen. So when you know it's coming, you're going to play for it. But since we haven't really called it in a while, we were able to execute it when they were blitzing, and it was done perfectly. So that's just like an example of kind of what I'm talking about when he was being predictable earlier. Well, now, not so predictable. And guess what? It worked. Look what happened.
I know. It was a great call, too, because he kind of rolled out like he was going to roll out. It was kind of delayed. And, you know, you see the Denver aggressiveness, like how they over-pursued almost. And then he went back that way. And everybody was out of position at that point. And he walked in for a touchdown. I mean, great play calling, man. I'm going to say this. I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe it. But you have to consider Doug Peterson Coach of the Year, along with McVay, you know, in with the Rams. I think those are your 2 leading candidates. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Andy Reid's up there too.
Huh?
I'd put Andy Reid up there.
Yeah, Andy Reid too. And let me tell you something. Doug Peterson is becoming Doug Peterson Corleone. Did you see him yelling? I got a video of it. Who's the real Doug Peterson Corleone? I have to release it. But we're going to compare the 2. Doug Peterson yelling at the line about getting their ass going, or Doug Peterson stomping on heads. But Doug Peterson Corleone is becoming a reality. He is changing before our eyes. I love this guy. I'm starting to love this guy. I can't believe I'm saying it. But Coach of the Year, definitely up. He's got a chance.
Yeah, he did, you know, what I thought he would do, utilize his tight ends a lot coming in, and he was doing a good job with Ajayi too, the way he was using him as a decoy. You're right, in a lot of ways, this was like the best game he called. What was the other game we were really impressed with?
The Charger game was really good, I thought too.
Charger, yeah.
You know,
his first 3 games of the year were like not really that well called, but ever since then he's picked it up.
Yeah. I mean, I think the aggressiveness I really like. I like that he's stretching the field now. It's not doing this deke and dunk. He's not so predictable. You know what I mean? And I just thought that the game plan was like, I thought he had the Denver Broncos so outcoached, so off balance. Just by the start of this game, you could tell that he had a great game plan. And I thought using Ajayi, especially early on, and not giving him the ball, but, you know, faking it and using him as a decoy, I thought that was a genius plan. So
that's the way to stabilize the rush. It was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, look, we get accused a lot of not giving Doug Peterson enough credit. I think today we're giving him his due. When you say that he's up there for Coach of the Year,
you've been giving him credit. We've been giving it. But today, yeah, we're really giving it to him today.
Yeah, I thought Denver was so outcoached, outclassed, and you know, it almost seemed like that defense didn't know what hit them. Like it was, you know, and even the referees were actually calling it. They were actually getting penalties, not us. Usually it's just us. So yeah, I mean,
no Pete Morelli.
No Pete Morelli. Yeah, I'm sure he's not happy somewhere. He's probably sitting in Jerry Jones' van. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is something. It's going to be a hard 2 weeks for me because I don't know what I'm going to do next week because I just want more. I want more. Like, I want the Eagles-Dallas tomorrow. I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a hard 2 weeks.
How about Nelson Aguilar in the catch that he had?
Oh, that was great. And I was just saying, too, that he hasn't done anything today, and then he made that play, you know, and he was like kind of like a one-handed catch, right? And he because at first I thought he let it get stripped from him. I thought the guy took it out of his hand and it was an interception, but no, he came down with it. It was great. Aguilar fits the slot, I think, you know. Torrey Smith still is a concern of mine. I know there was an article, and maybe it was Philly.com, and they were saying the Eagles.com, and they were saying that he's doing a lot, even though he's not getting catches. I don't buy all that crap. To me, he hasn't looked good in 4 years. I want Mac Hollins to get more opportunities. Now, I like Torrey Smith as a person, as a guy, you know, but
I agree with you. I agree. When I see Mac Hollins in limited opportunities doing something, then he deserves more opportunities, especially when Torrey Smith isn't doing anything in all those opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because as you get older in life and you read a lot of the same things about different guys. Like, there's many years of receivers that have come through that I've read that same article. You know what I mean? So it kind of hear the same spin enough times where I know when to buy it or not to buy it. I don't buy it with Torrey Smith. I like Torrey Smith as a person. I think he's a good locker room guy. But it's time for Mac Hollins to get some opportunities, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you. I'm trying to think. What else happened today?
There was a big fight, AJ Green. Did you see this? I didn't see it. I saw
I haven't seen the fight yet, but I should. I mean, I could have just went on Twitter, but I haven't yet.
Oh, and then the Giants, they stink. They got one score on them. Dude, they converted a third and 33. How do you convert a third and 33? That should never happen. I just wonder when the Giants are going to fire the coach.
Well, they're doing a good job of tanking now. You know, they suspended Janoris Jenkins, so you get rid of one of your better corners. You go and lose. It's good sound strategy. That's how you tank. Sam Hinkie would be proud. Yeah,
you got to tank now. You could have very well 3 franchise quarterbacks. I don't know what's going to happen to Cousins, but in that division, can you imagine if the Giants take a franchise quarterback, they get like the 1 or 2? Because I'm not sure the Niners are going to take a quarterback now with Garoppolo going there. I don't know what's going to happen. So the Giants may be in a position to get a quarterback. That'll give you 3 franchise quarterbacks in the division. Pretty crazy.
You know, I wonder if, you know, clearly Kyle Shanahan doesn't believe in this quarterback class. And it's funny because before the season, it was getting a lot of hype. And as the college season has kind of gone on, some of these quarterbacks that were supposed to be these high draft picks like Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, they really haven't impressed as much as all the scouts thought they would.
Yeah.
So now you're seeing a situation where the Niners were like, all right, well, we'd rather have Garoppolo than all those guys. And while everyone else might want a quarterback, we're going to get Saquon Barkley. We're going to have Garoppolo and Barkley. I think that's where it's going.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think, and like I said before, I think Barkley is a generational talent. I think he's absolutely fantastic. So we'll see. But no matter what, I don't care because right now there's not one player in the National Football League. There's not one quarterback. If you take every player in the league, to me, Carson Wentz is single-handedly the most valuable player. And I'm not just talking about an award. I'm talking there's not one player, not one combination of players I would trade for Carson Wentz. Not Aaron Rodgers, not Tom Brady. When you look at his age, there's not one guy who is more valuable than a second-year quarterback throwing the kind of numbers this kid is. That's how good he is. You know, we're talking like all-world talent, quarterback on the Eagles. This is unbelievable. That's what's so unbelievable. Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Tom Brady. This kid has that kind of ceiling. You know, he has that kind of ceiling. So, I mean, look, I expect this to be a magical end to this year is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride. Then you're going to have the years to come are only going to be that much better. This is just the start. That's what's amazing. This is just the start. And they're about 2 years. This is what I expected from Carson in about 2 years. Maybe next year, maybe at the end of next year to start putting this kind of numbers up. Nah, he's doing it now. It's unbelievable.
I love it.
I know. It's unbelievable.
We have him on our team. It's like, wow. We Donovan was a great quarterback and all that, and you know, we kind of it's funny because like all the Donovan people came out during our show earlier this week when we were like, you know, Carson Wentz was a lot better in his second season than Donovan.
Right.
There is no doubt in my mind he's going to be better than Donovan. He might already be better than Donovan. Like I don't the things that he can do on third down, and you know, McNabb had that amazing elusiveness. But he's got the elusiveness, and he keeps his eyes downfield, and he just I don't know. I don't see Wentz make the mistakes that McNabb did.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. And you know, Wentz, like in their video, people got mad. Some people got mad, but we were only talking second year comparison. We weren't comparing careers. We were comparing their second years. It's a big difference. Now, if you compare his second year to McNabb, it's not even close. You know what I mean? He's a lot further ahead of where McNabb was in McNabb's second year. But he's going to have to be consistent and do it year after year after year like McNabb did. You know, that comes later. But where he's at right now, it's not even close. Not even close. I mean, I don't know many quarterbacks who had second year. I mean, I bet you Peyton Manning didn't put up these numbers second year. I mean, I bet you these guys haven't. I mean, only 3 guys in the NFL's history have won MVP in their first 2 years. Kurt Warner, Dan Marino, and Jim Brown. Jim Brown won them. They said he won them both his first 2 years because he was a monster. But I mean, that kind of company, that's Hall of Famers all around. But
Peyton Manning had 26 touchdowns, 15 interceptions his second year.
He's blowing their numbers out of the water. I mean, I don't know who else. I'm pretty sure Brady didn't have those kind of numbers his second year as a starter either.
What was the year Brady won the Super Bowl, and that's when he was like, they were conservative offensively.
Yeah, he would have like 15 to 20 touchdowns.
Yeah,
but Brady was great at like late in the fourth quarter driving and that kind of thing. He wasn't putting up huge numbers at that point. So I mean,
and like, does Kurt Warner even count? I mean, what was when he was in his second season? My God, how old was he at that point?
I think he was close to 30. He may have been around 30. You know, he spent time with Green Bay, and he was caught, and then he was, you know, doing his thing. So yeah, you know, if you look at Kurt Warner's second year as a starter, I guess you look at it, he was like 30, and he had a hell of a year that year. And they won a Super Bowl. I'm
looking at a list right now, best sophomore seasons in NFL quarterback history.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Warner and Marino, it's none of these guys are touching what Wentz is doing.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about a kid doing Hall of Fame type things. He's in a class by himself right now. So, I mean, look. That's where he is. That's where you got to say this is his ceiling. That's how I look at it. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. You know?
Dante Culpepper had 33 touchdowns, 16 interceptions his second season, 40 total touchdowns because he also added 470 rushing yards.
That's a hell of a year.
That is a hell of a year. So he was listed number 5 on this list, but he should be number 3. So this is screwed up.
He also had Randy Moss, right?
Yeah.
He had some weapons on him.
Big Ben is ranked 3rd. They won a Super Bowl his second year. Think about this though. Like, for the people that say Carson Wentz is too young to win a Super Bowl, Ben Roethlisberger, Kurt Warner, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. Who says he's too young?
I don't buy that at all. Not one bit do I buy that he's too young.
Not enough experience, they say.
Everything that they say, everything that is said has been totally destroyed each week. So they're going to say those things. They're going to say what they're going to say. But every week the Eagles go out there and they win and they prove them wrong. So let them keep hating. It ain't going to matter. It ain't going to matter.
Johnny Unitas, 24 touchdowns, 17 interceptions his second season. Now, back then in the 50s, throwing 24 touchdowns is actually
it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
That's ridiculous. So actually, that's probably like top 3 in the single seasons for sophomore year quarterbacks. Whoever made this list is a dingbat.
Dingbats.
Scott Kaczmar. That's why.
That guy's a dingbat. I don't know who the hell he is, but he's a dingbat.
Dingbat.
Dingbat. Never heard of you, but you must be a dingbat.
That's the guy that made fun of Carson Wentz last year because he said his air yards weren't high enough.
Oh, okay. His air yards.
That's the guy. So when this guy makes his list, when he updates his list, you better have Carson Wentz on it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we may have to do like a group of dingbat, like the all dingbat team, and start putting some of these dingbats like Skip Bayless and some of these people that have been talking crap all year because they all look like morons. They look like total morons, and it's beautiful. But they're all dingbats.
I look like a moron. I look like a moron. We look like morons for what we thought about Doug Peterson.
Yeah, well, I guess
everybody is a moron.
Doug Peterson has shocked me, man. The thing with Doug Peterson was I would have fired him last year. You want to talk about King Dingbat? I was ready to fire him last year.
This is the exact reason why you don't fire a guy. You don't fire a guy.
No, but you know what? They gave him a second year, and he's done a great job. And I like what he's doing. I think he's definitely. I think him and the guy from the Rams, McVay, I think they're the coach of the year candidates right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I think McVay is like a lot more impressive, but that's just.
Now, do you think Carson wins breakout player of the year? Does this considered a breakout year for him? I would think so, right?
Yeah. It's also an MVP.
Oh, MVP. He's winning the MVP. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think it's close.
I don't either, especially now with Watson going down. Because the thing that's going to happen with Brady is they're going to discount points because the Patriots aren't the normal Patriots this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though they're still going to be like 12-4, they still might get the 1 seed. They're going to give it to Wentz and not Brady.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the NFL wants to promote those young guys. You got to have a new generation of Brady Manning type guys. So what a better way than to give a guy like that, exposure by giving him MVP. It's awesome, man. 8-1. Now it's a bye week. It's going to be very hard to calm down today. I'll tell you that. I got victory cigars. It's going to be a party all day long.
Victory celebration, baby.
Yes.
All right, so we're getting about to the end of the show. Did we miss anything? Right? What happened today that we missed? When I watch the game again, I guess I'll find something. But
did we miss anything? Good question.
We've gone for like 40 minutes. I'm surprised we went this long.
It's just exciting, man. It's just very exciting. I'm going to watch the Dallas game, and hopefully the Chiefs will beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. And then who do we root for? I guess we would root for the Redskins to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Redskins to beat the Seahawks. The Redskins, we beat them twice. We own the tiebreaker. I would love to see them beat Seattle.
We're not even worried about them at this point.
No.
I picked the Redskins this week.
Did you?
I don't know what the score is, but
that would be a huge win. That would be huge for us.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll do final thoughts and we'll hop out. So you got anything else you want to say?
No, I just enjoy the bye week. And remember, there's only 3 guys you can put up with Carson Wentz at this point. Jim Brown, Kurt Warner, and Dan Marino. Hold your head up high, Eagle fans. You're 8-1. Don't let anybody tell you your team ain't good. You got the best team in the NFL. That's all I have to say.
I can't wait to have a burger tonight. I'm definitely eating a burger. It's happening. And I'm getting all the works on it. A little lettuce, a little tomato, a little onions. Definitely get the bacon on there. Not sure if I'll get the egg on it or not. Not sure if I'll do that yet. But when I do put lettuce and onion on, I do put a little mayo in there. I know you don't like that, but I do put a little dab on there. A little dab of mayo on there, a little ketchup. A little pickle. Put a little pickle on there. Hell yeah. So I'm going to have a burger tonight.
Love it.
50 burger the Eagles put up today. Philly 500, you're going to have a cigar, right?
I am. I'm going to have me a nice big stogie. Celebrate. Look for the lady. Let's the dog poop and pee in everybody's yard. And it's going to be fun.
All right. With that being said, that's Philly 500. I'm Adrian Fetchu. Take care.
See you.